Yo, what's up everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving headfirst into the heart of the USA. We're not talking about the usual tourist traps, no Times Square, no Hollywood Walk of Fame. We're going off the beaten path, uncovering some of the lesser-known treasures that this country has to offer, places that'll make you question, how did I not know about this? So buckle up, smash that like button, and let's go on an adventure. Alright, first up, we're headed to Arizona, but not to the Grand Canyon, though that's pretty awesome too. We're talking about the Wave, this sandstone rock formation that looks like it's straight out of a Salvador Dali painting. Imagine hiking through the desert, the sun beating down on you, and then boom, you stumble upon this swirling, colorful landscape. It's unreal. The catch? It's crazy hard to get a permit to visit. They only give out a handful each day through a lottery system, but trust me, the effort is worth it. This place is a photographer's dream, and the feeling of standing in the middle of it all is indescribable. It's like stepping back in time, millions of years, to when this land was still forming. So, if you're up for the challenge, add the Wave to your bucket list. You won't regret it. From the desert, we're going underground, deep underground, to Luray Caverns in Virginia. Now, I've been to my fair share of caves, but this is something else. It's like walking into a scene from Journey to the Center of the Earth. Massive chambers filled with stalactites and stalagmites, these crazy formations that look like they were sculpted by some otherworldly artist. There's even an underground lake, so clear that it reflects the cave ceiling, creating this mirror image that's just mesmerizing. And the best part, they have this organ, an actual organ, built into the cave, using the stalactites as pipes. Can you imagine the acoustics in there? It's like nothing you've ever heard before. So if you're ever in Virginia and you're looking for an adventure that's a little different, a little offbeat, Luray Caverns is calling your name. Alright, next up, we're heading north to Wisconsin, to a place called the Apostle Islands. Now this isn't your typical island getaway, we're talking about 22 islands on Lake Superior, carved by glaciers, with these dramatic cliffs, hidden beaches, and sea caves that'll blow your mind. The best way to experience it all? Kayaking. Imagine paddling through these caves, the water dripping from the ceiling, the sun casting these eerie shadows on the walls. It's like kayaking with ghosts. And if you're lucky, you might even spot some wildlife. We're talking bald eagles soaring overhead, black bears roaming the shores, and maybe even a glimpse of the elusive gray wolf. So if you're an outdoor enthusiast, a nature lover, or just looking for an adventure that's a little different, add the Apostle Islands to your list. From the lush forests of Wisconsin, we're heading to the barren desert of Utah, to a place that's so flat, so vast, it feels like you've landed on another planet. I'm talking about the Bonneville Salt Flats, 30,000 acres of blindingly white salt crust, stretching as far as the eye can see. This place is a photographer's dream, especially at sunrise and sunset when the colors of the sky reflect off the salt, creating these surreal, otherworldly landscapes. But the Bonneville Salt Flats is more than just a pretty face. It's also a mecca for speed demons. Every year, people from all over the world come here to race cars, motorcycles, even jet-powered vehicles, pushing the limits of speed and human ingenuity. So, if you're looking for a place that's both beautiful and exhilarating, a place that'll challenge your perception of reality, the Bonneville Salt Flats is calling. Alright, we're going back underground, this time to Carlsbad Caverns in New Mexico. Now this isn't just any cave system, this is home to one of the largest underground chambers in the world, so big that you could fit a football stadium inside. And the formations, forget about it, we're talking massive stalactites and stalagmites, delicate soda straws, and these shimmering cave pearls that look like they were dropped from heaven. But what really sets Carlsbad Caverns apart is the bats, millions of them. Every evening at dusk, these bats emerge from the cave in a massive swarm, a black cloud against the setting sun. It's like something out of a horror movie, but in a good way. So, if you're looking for an underground adventure that's both awe-inspiring and a little bit spooky, Carlsbad Caverns is the place to be. From the depths of the earth, we're heading to the open ocean, to Dry Tortugas National Park in Florida. Now this isn't your typical Florida beach vacation. We're talking about a group of 7 islands, 70 miles west of Key West, accessible only by boat or seaplane. But once you get there, you'll be rewarded with crystal-clear turquoise waters, pristine coral reefs teeming with marine life, and some of the best snorkeling and diving in the country. But Dry Tortugas is more than just a pretty face, it's also home to Fort Jefferson, a massive 19th century fortress that was once used as a prison during the Civil War. So if you're looking for a secluded island getaway with a touch of history, Dry Tortugas National Park is calling your name. From the ocean, we're heading back to the mountains, to Great Sand Dunes National Park in Colorado. Now, when you think of Colorado, you probably think of snow-capped peaks and alpine forests. But this place, this is different. We're talking about the tallest sand dunes in North America, towering over 750 feet high, rising up from the valley floor like giant waves frozen in time. And the best part? You can surf them. Grab a sandboard or a sand sled and carve your way down these massive dunes. It's like snowboarding, but without the cold and the lift lines. And when you're done surfing the sand, cool off in Medano Creek, a seasonal stream that flows at the base of the dunes, creating this oasis in the middle of the desert. So if you're looking for a unique adventure that combines the mountains and the beach, Great Sand Dunes National Park is the place to be. From the desert, we're heading to the Pacific Northwest to Crater Lake National Park in Oregon. Now, this isn't your average lake. This is Crater Lake, the deepest lake in the United States, formed over 7,700 years ago when a massive volcano erupted and collapsed in on itself. The result? A caldera, a giant crater filled with the bluest water you've ever seen. So blue it looks like it's been photoshopped. And the views? Forget about it. Hike to the rim of the caldera for panoramic views of the lake, the surrounding mountains, and Wizard Island, a small island in the middle of the lake that's actually a cinder cone, a remnant of the volcano's past. So, if you're looking for a place that's both beautiful and awe-inspiring, a place that'll make you feel small in the face of nature's power, Crater Lake National Park is calling. From the natural wonders of Crater Lake, we're heading to the desert town of Marfa, Texas, a place that's as weird as it is wonderful. Now, Marfa might seem like just another dusty town in the middle of nowhere, but this place is a magnet for artists, musicians, and anyone looking for something a little different. Check out the Chinati Foundation, a museum dedicated to minimalist art, or the Judd Foundation, home to the work of Donald Judd, a leading figure in the minimalist art movement. But Marfa is perhaps best known for the Marfa lights, mysterious lights that appear in the desert on clear nights, their origin unknown. Some say they're UFOs, others say they're atmospheric phenomena. Whatever they are, they're a sight to behold. So, if you're looking for a place that's both quirky and captivating, a place that'll spark your imagination and leave you wondering, Marfa, Texas is calling. For our final stop, we're heading to the shores of Lake Michigan, to Sleeping Bear Dunes National Lakeshore in Michigan. Now, this isn't your typical beach vacation. We're talking about towering sand dunes, some as high as 450 feet, rising up from the shores of Lake Michigan like giant sleeping bears, hence the name. Hike to the top of the dunes for breathtaking views of the lake, the surrounding forests, and the Manitou Islands, two islands in the distance that are part of the National Lakeshore. And if you're feeling adventurous, try sandboarding down the dunes, or take a dip in the crystal clear waters of Lake Michigan. But Sleeping Bear Dunes is more than just a pretty face. It's also a place steeped in history and legend. The Anishinaabe people, the Native Americans who have called this land home for centuries, have a legend about a mother bear and her two cubs who swam across Lake Michigan from Wisconsin. The mother bear made it to shore and became the Sleeping Bear Dune, while her cubs became the Manitou Islands. So if you're looking for a place that's both beautiful and meaningful, a place that'll connect you with nature and history, Sleeping Bear Dunes National Lakeshore is calling. And there you have it, folks. 10 lesser-known treasures of the USA that'll blow your mind. From sandstone dreamscapes to underground wonderlands, from secluded islands to towering sand dunes, the USA is full of surprises. So, what are you waiting for? Start planning your next adventure today. And hey, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more awesome content, and hit that bell icon so you don't miss out on any of our future adventures. Until next time, keep exploring.